Original ranks come to boom it up. Ragamuffin me come back again. Original ranks come to boom it up. Ragamuffin me come back again. You see me mama, they want me long time. No see me mama hit them and them mind. See me mama, they want me long time. No see me mama hit them and them mind. I just shoot out. See me and them buck up. Go tell the whole of them me I go mash them up. I just shoot out. When me and them buck up. Go tell the whole of them me I go pump them up. Cause when me hold the microphone they get a cantankerous. Go tell the whole of them me just get.
Do you know the Dave Darren Show?
Hot enough to boil a monkey's bum.
Most people say, who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Like Disneyland, I'm the happiest fucking guy on earth.
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Are you a puff duck?
He used to be on terrestrial radio, but he got fired.
It's over. Don't you think it's over?
Spit.
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Here comes the boss girl now.
Dave Darren.
Guys, welcome to, again, the Dave Darren Show. A lot of people comment on my shirts. I buy these Robert Graham shirts. I buy these crazy fucking looking things and rings and all that. And why do I do this? Because I like dressing like this. And when I come on the show, I at least try to dress like a fucking rock star. And a lot of people that do shows now, they don't dress like fucking rock stars. When you are doing a show, when you're on stage and you're in there in you gotta fucking look like a rock star. If you're trying to create an image on stage and do stage performance that attracts an audience, fucking dress the part. Don't dress sloppy up there. Dress like a fucking rock star. And be a rock star when you're on stage. You know, you get the alternate criticism that rock stars have a fucking ego. You know, we don't go to see concerts to see fucking bookkeepers and accountants. We go to see people that are confident in their skill and craft. So if you're there being a rock star, fucking be a rock star, man. Have some balls and be who you are. You're rock stars when you're on stage. Grab the balls if you want. Do what you got to do to be a performer, an entertainer. You're an actor up there or an actress, depending on what you are. Although now, since everyone now is, we can't say anything about women anymore. In fact, Serena Williams said it. She said if it was a guy up there, if you watched the tennis match, the whatever it was, the championship of the Opens, whatever it was, she's opening her big fucking mouth and she's saying that if any guy did this, they would have gotten away with it. You know what? I'm sick and tired of women saying that they're being abused. I'm sick and tired of different races saying that they're still being abused. You know, I'm not responsible for this. I didn't grope women. Although, you know, we got to say like 30 fucking years ago, I had a buddy of mine who just grabbed a woman walking by and stuck his tongue down her throat. You know, this is what happened 30 years ago. Was it right to do it? No, but it existed 30 years ago, and now we're going retroactive and putting today's set of circumstances, and we're throwing it back and judging people on today's standards based upon what they did 30 fucking years ago. You know, it's incredible.
friendship is stuck in the mud. You were the rocket and I was the glove. Now you're a friend of me, where is the love? Your runner, I promise I won't tell a lie. She's been the apple of some other guy, picking and blocking until she retires. She won't focus custody, I wanna blind. I tell you the run of this bitch is cuckoo. Follow for money, this shit you cuckoo. Hips, lips, sick like the flu. I won't deny her sex with girl, I got your number. I bet now you're missing my lumber. The Titan taking you under, and now you're hearing the thunder. So you wanna fight? Let's roll down tonight. You'll see the shine.
I'm going to play music today. I'm going to play music that I happen to like, that I think should go viral, that I think should go through the fucking roof, and it hasn't. Now, a lot of these, I'm not going to look and see how many likes they've gotten or how many plays they've gotten of their video. Maybe some of them have gotten 100,000, but even if they've gotten 100,000, they should have a fucking million, because these are good songs. I like them. I don't give a fuck if anyone else doesn't like them, or if you're looking for a show that has EDM music, which I don't do, because I don't respect EDM music. EDM music, to me, is, well, first of all, we know what it is, electronic dance music. All right, I'm too fucking old to dance at this point, although I can still kick some ass if I try to dance, because I'm in better shape than most 20 fucking years old guys are with their big fucking bloated stomachs, because what are they doing? They're not out there doing sports or athletics. They're out there fucking playing video games and on their cell phone talking to fictitious friends that they're not really friends with, because they haven't hugged them and shaken their hands and seen them heart to heart. So, you know, EDM music, electronic dance music. Electronic, it's computer-generated music. You could probably get one of these programs, and I don't have one because I don't respect EDM music, because there's no physical instrumentation. There's no musician out there who's conquered the instrument and knows how to play it in key to perfection and knows how to even tune it the fuck up. Right? You got to tune up your instrument so it's in tune, right? So the EDM is not that. It's some guy on a computer who can probably use the software to randomly generate a song. And if it happens to be a song that you didn't do anything to, you randomly had it created via a random number generator within the software that randomly creates a song for you. And of course it's in key because it's a fucking computer system. It's going to be in tune, it's going to be in key. You didn't have to worry about any of that aspect of the music. You press the button, it generated the music, it may go viral. And did it go viral because of you? Absolutely fucking not. And then you got your voice is auto-tuned, so your voice isn't even your pure fucking voice on the fucking I hate EDM music. And I hate today's pop music. I'm going to play music I like. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about the Super Bowl and supposedly a couple artists who are playing during the Super Bowl. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the generation that's being targeted for product, specifically for music. I'm going to come and talk to you guys about a bunch of bullshit that, of course, most people won't be able to understand unless you're of my genre. And if you're of the genre that doesn't understand me, then you're in the fucking genre that I have no interest in entertaining anyway. Let's play some music on the Dave Darren Show. I don't know what I'm going to play, but it's going to kick some fucking ass. Back to the Dave Darren Show, guys. I'm going to... Okay, so there's this post by Meredith Marks. Super Bowl halftime show 2019 is Maroon 5 and Cardi B. Who the fuck this is, I have no idea, but I did look her up. And I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if it's confirmed. I haven't looked at it to see if it's confirmed or valid. I heard someone say that Cardi B is supposed to be playing, but it's not confirmed. Maybe she's not confirmed at all. Maybe she's not even in the thought process to be playing during the Super Bowl. Maybe it's all buzz to create a hype for this person because this person's got no fucking talent. The only talent she's got is hopefully PR people behind her to hype her because she fucking sucks. I tell you. And then I'm reading through here and I see a couple people. Yeah, a bunch of puppet people like these people, these bands, these fucking artists that suck. Today's pop music, man, I'll tell you something. I got to tell you, my generation, when I was a young kid, my parents were listening to a different selection of music than I was. All right? And I was kind of a rebel to their music. However, I didn't totally fucking hate it. Like, I'd be listening to some 50s music, and I kind of dug it. And, of course, 50s music contributed to the music of the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. It all kind of sourced into a creation of the next generation's music. Today's music, EDM, and pop music, I can honestly say, my great-great-grandmother would listen on Sundays to Lawrence Welk. And thank God she used to turn the station to Lost in Space, and I used to watch Zachary Smith molest the kid. What was the kid's name? Will Robinson? And the robot would say there, "Danger, danger, Will Robinson." Why? Because Zachary Smith has his pants down with his dick in his hand. That's a joke. I don't think that's true at all. I kind of dug Zachary Smith. Who? Jonathan Harris. I thought he was a cool actor. It was kind of. I started watching it again. It's kind of funny to watch it. It really is a funny show. And when they're in space, it's kind of cool. When they're on the fucking planet, it's boring. I don't want to see a spaceship landing on a planet and they can't get the fuck off the planet. And you got Zachary Smith out there as a fucking vegetable. I want to see him in space. I want to see Zachary Smith being the fucking Gilligan of Gilligan's Island fucking up the rescues. So, back to the music. You know what? Let's play a piece of music and I'll come back. And I'll get back on topic talking about the Super Bowl and Maroon 5 and who's this entertainer? Cardi B. And it's not an entertainer. It's a fucking waste of entertainment. I'm going to talk about these artists when I come back on the Dave Darren Show. Another piece of music. I don't know who it's going to be. I'm going to pick someone kick-ass. Here we go.
With the blue and the hope for the lost and disgrace, we're the pride of our mothers and fathers. In the fall, we'll make up for it all. We'll forget to remember waking up on the west side with the gold in the back, where we drink to the past and a hope for a brighter America. 'Cause tomorrow we'll die and we may never find easy strive this paradise city. Can we stay here to the end? Can we stay here to the
back to the Dave Darren show. So supposedly, and I didn't validate any of this already. It could be a bunch of bullshit, but supposedly Meredith Marks says Super Bowl halftime show 2019, Maroon 5 and Cardi B, and in parentheses supposedly. So I guess it's not confirmed or whatever the case is. So I looked for Cardi B, and I got to tell you, this person fucking sucks. Horrible music. And then I'm on here. I made some kind of comment here. And then I had someone respond to my comment. My comment isn't really relevant to my discussion here. I'll tell you how I responded to the person who made a comment to my original post. He says, I'm with you, because I said, you know, that Cardi sucks and all that. And he says, I'm with you. I don't like her stuff either, but she is one of the hottest acts in hip-hop. And, you know, I've had a couple hip-hop tunes that I like. I'm not saying I hate the whole fucking genre. I like some hip-hop tunes. I like some pop tunes. Although I would say the overwhelming majority, I like rap. I like hip-hop and rap more than I do today's pop music. Today's pop music fucking sucks. Especially if you're trying to get lyrical content. At least the hip-hop artists, at least they're angry, they're hot, they're hostile. If you listen to the words, at least you can get an idea what they're fucking talking about. They may not like me. They may not like the white race because they think we're beating the crap out of them. They think that all the policemen that are white are beating the crap out of black people. And I don't see that, but at least they're angry. I get their message. I understand the language. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I understand it. At least it's got some kind of topic behind it. This is pop music, a bunch of fucking bullshit. I can't believe pop music is so fucking lame today and that people listen to it. But if I go in here and I continue, I think it's not for our kids and also not for us. Her average listener is probably 16 to 22, which is amongst the most important age group in all of advertising. You know, maybe this is why radio is suffering at the moment. Terrestrial radio sucks. They're on a downward tailspin, with the exception of talk radio, which people listen to because either they're fucking liberals or conservative. There's nothing in the middle. Either you're one way or the other. There's more division between generations of people with their music taste and generations of people between their political party affiliation, where there's nothing in the middle. It's the extremes of both sides. It's a total hatred that we got today. A total and complete breakdown of communication. And why is that? Because our communication tool of choice is this fucking cell phone. It is not a heart-to-heart communication. To look at someone in the eyes, in the heart, in the spirit, and understand them. It's all misinterpretation because of this fucking gadget called a cell phone. And because of chat via FaceTime and Facebook and the whole fucking wrong way to communicate. That's why we're at odds with each other. There's no middle ground because we don't understand each other. And now we make no fucking attempt to understand each other. The only people we understand are the people on our right and left wing side. That's the only people we get involved with, is people that are so much of our thought process that how dare me understand or attempt to understand someone on the complete opposite side. It's a total breakdown of communication skills. And it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. It's horrible. And if you don't believe it is, then fuck you. Don't watch my show because you'll never understand me. More music and I'm going to come back again. Here we go.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So I'm reading this guy. I just read it to you. I'll read it again. Let's see. He says he agrees with me that Cardi B, whoever it is, I can't even, if I'm pronouncing her name wrong, then fuck it, because I'm never going to Google her again or watch her music on YouTube. I'm not interested at all. So this person agreed with me that he dislikes this artist as well. I don't like her. I don't like her stuff either, but she is one of the hottest acts in hip-hop. I think she is not for our kids, but also not for us. Us meaning he's an older dude. I don't know how fucking old this guy is or she is. I don't even know. Her average listener is probably 16 to 22, which is amongst the most important age group in all of advertising. Like I said, maybe terrestrial radio is failing, the music part of terrestrial radio, because they're trying to focus on 16 to 22-year-olds. How many people that are 16 to 22 actually have cash enough to support the music that they like? Now, I could probably agree that they like Cardi B. And they like today's pop music, which is fucking insanely stupid. It's a complete bunch of crap. But they like it because terrestrial radio has manipulated them into liking this format of music. But it's starting to kick them in the ass now because 16 to 22 years old, how much expendable money do they have to support the music? They'll hear it on the radio. They'll hear it on their headset. They'll download the shit for free. So they're not paying for it. They'll download it and they'll play it continuously and they'll continually get brainwashed and they're liking this music, but they don't have the means to support these artists. And as a result of that, terrestrial radio has sponsors, but the sponsors are not getting enough dollars for sponsoring the program on the radio because a 16 or 20 years old can't afford it. You see them, especially 16 to 22-year-old artists, musicians. You see them driving around. If God forbid, if something in their car breaks, like supposedly, I think I saw someone in their alternator failed, and it would have been $250 to get it replaced. At least it should be more than that, depending on the car you drive. This person didn't have the fucking money. You see people that are saying, I need a lift to this next gig to see this band I really dig. Can you give me a lift? Because they don't have wheels, or their wheels are in the shop that they can't afford to fix the $100 cost to fix their fucking car. These are not people in the 16 to 22 age category that can support the music that they love because they're brainwashed into fucking loving it. So that's why terrestrial radio is suffering. And I got to tell you, my show suffered because I have no interest in today's music. I like Lawrence Welk, my grandmother's fucking music, or opera, or any other any classical music. Well, my wife's a classical pianist. I still like disco. I like punk. I like rock music. Today's pop music and music that 16 to 22-year-olds like, that's the only way I would be able to connect to an audience, is to play music that they like. And then I could probably get on terrestrial radio until it fucking finally fails totally. Then I wouldn't have a terrestrial radio station to be on because unless I did a talk program, which obviously you probably believe I could do. I could do a show on politics and I could do that, but I'm trying to help out the musicians here, which I gave up doing because they're beyond my fucking help because they're not united. The only way I would make money is to cater to these 16 to 22-year-old kids, and I have no interest in their fucking music. And then if they see me on they see this face of a 60-year-old, a great-great-grandfather, trying to tell 16 to 22-year-olds to listen to this music, even if it's the music they can connect with, and it's their selected genre of music, you think they're going to listen to me announcing the music that they like? They still won't. They'll look at my fucking face. They'll say, even if this guy likes our music, the dude's uncool, man. And you're going to get peer pressure for the guys that might have stumbled upon my show and might take a shot at listening to me because I'm connected to their generation of music. As soon as their friends see me on their cell phone, because they're all fucking on this device, as soon as they see this 60-year-old guy playing 16 to 22-year-old music that they should like and they should maybe like me, there's such a hatred to fucking old people that it's a turnoff, and the peer pressure is going to get to that person who might have listened to me. But the peer pressure, that's kind of cool. You can see my face reflecting on the cell phone through the computer screen here. I look bad twice. But I'll tell you, there's a complete lack of respect for, like I said, there's a total generation gap now of lack of understanding between every aspect in life, including the younger generation and the older. including the younger generation, attempting to listen to rock music. They just take rock music as old fucking guys' music. Even if young people are playing rock, they think that those young people are not connected to them. There's some kind of a fucking anomaly that still likes rock music. How dare them like rock music when they should be focused on EDM and pop and hip hop. And if you like rock music, then you're not connected to the generation that you actually still belong to because you're of the same age, yet your music makes you an anomaly and an outcast. So I decided never to give in. Let's play another piece of music. Fuck it, I'll come back and I'll talk some more bullshit. Here we go, guys.
For the things we do, running through a crowded room. Sorry for the things we do, yeah. So kill the bright lights, everybody run. This time is ours and we've only begun. The things we do, they say will bury us young. One last chance is better than none. So kill the bright lights, everybody run. This time is ours and we've only begun. The things we do, they say will bury us young. One last chance is better than none. Are you dying from daylight? Let's keep our heads off it. We'll be reminded on late night. Well, The shape will soon begin. Let's abandon the death race. If we're fast, we can get away. They call us a disgrace for the songs our parents play. We're sorry for the things we do, running through a crowded room. So kill the bright lights, everybody run. This time is ours and we've only begun. The things we do, they say will bury us young. One last chance is better than none. So kill the bright lights, everybody run. This time is ours and we've only begun. The things we do, they say will bury us young. One last chance is better than none. Everybody run. This time is ours and we've only begun. The things we do, they say will bury us young. One last chance is better than none. So kill the bright lights, everybody run. This time is ours and we've only begun. The things we do, they say will bury us young. One last chance is better than none. I miss the sounds of Echo Park. I miss the bands that we would start. The things we did, they said would bury us young. One last chance is better than none. I miss the sounds of Echo Park. I miss the bands that we would start. The things we did, they said would bury us young. One last chance is better than none. So kill the bright lights, everybody run. This time is ours, we just begun. The things we did, they said would bury us young. One last chance is better than none.
Hey guys, back to the Dave Darren Show. So I'm talking about music. I'm talking about pop and hip-hop music that I can't associate with. I have no interest in it. It's got no lyrical content, no lesson to be learned, no story. Remember a long time ago, music was storytelling. It really was. With the exception of in the middle where you had the hook, which was repeated. But everything around the hook was a story. It really was. Everything was a storyline. Bob Dylan, Jim Croce, these people talked. If you took the musical content and just took their words and typed them in a piece of paper, typewriter, back then it was typewriters, right? You typed it on a typewriter and read it back, you'd have a story to be told. You could tell that story to your kids. You could read a story through that set of lyrics. Today it's all total bullshit. If you type it out, it's pathetic. It really is. Even disco music had more of a story. Fuck, and disco music at least had a bass line to it. It was kind of cool. I was listening to disco music this past weekend. Incredible bass lines in disco music. The bass was the predominant instrument, it seemed like. That bass was popping. It was groove to it. It was bass lines of disco music is more superior than any bass I've ever heard at all. It's incredible. The bass lines in disco music is incredible. So I'm listening to today's music. I listened to this, what Candace B. What the fuck was her name again? Cardi B. Pathetic entertainer. Horrible. I watched it. I couldn't even I felt like smashing my fucking computer into the wall. I really hated it. I hated it. There was a dramatic hatred of me to her through her fucking music. If you could even call it that. I fucking hated it. But then I got this one guy who says that 16 to 22-year-old is the focus today. But do those people actually have money to invest in the music that they like? Or are they downloading all this shit for free because they don't have expendable cash? They don't. So I don't get why we have to cater to 16 to 22-year-olds. You know what? But then I get it too from another perspective is because I try to draw unity between all the rock musicians to give a fuck about this show and each other to create the unity to bring back original rock music to a more visible pattern so people could see it, hear it, appreciate it more, and bring it back from the fucking gutter into the popularity it once had. But I gotta tell you what's happened here is everyone's catering to the 16 to 22-year-olds. And you know why that is? It's because the guys that like the original rock music have dropped their arms. They've given up. They've surrendered. They've given in. And everything else, of course, goes to someone else other than them because they're no longer warriors. They have fucking surrendered. Today's musicians, the rock musicians of today, they have just given up to thinking that they're martyrs because they do something they love. And we're supposed to be proud of them because they've given in to something that they love and given up the financial aspects of it. And we're supposed to appreciate them for giving in? Fuck that. I never understand today's original rock musicians. I don't understand it. There's like no work ethic. There's no unity. And I guess it's because they've all given up because these 16 to 22-year-olds won't connect with them. But there are people that are older than 22 that would appreciate you guys if you lifted a fucking finger and tried to do things like the old-fashioned way. Try to unite. There are people that like your fucking music, but when you give up and surrender to a bunch of wimpy fucking kids aged 16 to 22, and then terrestrial radio is focusing on them because they're the ones that are listening to their station, but they're failing because the 16 to 22-year-old people don't have enough money to invest in the product that they're hearing on the radio via the commercials that are run. It's a fucking failed nightmare. Oh my God, and I can't give in to 16 to 22-year-olds and their music because I fucking can't stand it. I don't feel like being a hypocrite and all of a sudden to earn popularity, I'm going to play that bullshit music, which I don't value at all. Fuck that. I'd rather fail, and I did fail because I wouldn't give in. Screw that. Screw that. Screw that. All right, here we go, guys. The last piece of music, I'm fucking out of here because I don't do shows anymore where I interview bands because they're not worth my time. For me to do that is stupid. Fucking waste of time. You think I'm a smarter guy than I wasted 7 years of my life on people that just decided to surrender and give in to the 16 to 22-year-old generation of EDM and pop music. So they didn't have any work ethic because they gave up. They gave in. I was the only fucking stupid idiot out there that should have given in 3 years ago, and I didn't give in, which was a total stupid Dave Darren fucking bogus thing to do. Damn, I was stupid. So I don't do any interviews anymore because it's a fucking waste of my time. But I will stay here and I'll piss people off. I love doing that. That way, I haven't had a single unfriend or unlike in the last 3 days. What's the matter with you guys? You don't like me? Unfriend me right now. Please unfriend me. Block me if you fucking hate my attitude. Block me. Then you'll never get a feed that says Dave Darren Show is all right now because you blocked me. Block me. Get out of my life. Get out of my fucking hair. Whatever is left of it. You don't like me? Say goodbye to me because I don't mind saying goodbye to you. All right? That's just the hostile guy I am. More music on the Dave Darren Show. You won't see me. I'm not coming back after the music. Fuck it. See ya.
into business when it's snapping at your heels. It takes a dream to see it, blood, sweat, and tears to make it real. You got to keep on walking when your heart is sinking low. Keep on walking when you feel like letting go. Keep on walking, 'cause I know it won't be long if you keep on walking. And hold on. You can't teach a turtle how to crawl into the sea. You can't know the future, that's just the way it has to be. You can't turn the clock back, you can't change what's gone before. But if you just believe it, you can't open any door. You got to keep on walking when your heart is sinking low. Keep on walking when you feel like letting go. Keep on walking, 'cause I know it won't be long if you keep on walking. And hold on, don't get burned out from running blind. Work that dream out, one step at a time. Ain't no struggle, ain't no suffering or pain won't be rewarded when the winds of fortune change. Don't let those snappers and backbiters bring you down. Keep your head together and your good foot on the ground.